Hey everyone! Welcome back to your favorite place for lifestyle and inspiration. I'm Carrie. Wagwan, what's up? You good? Good. Now, I decided to wash my hair, right? So I said, you know what? I might as well show you guys my routine as well as let you in on a little secret. Now, I know the first rule of washing your hair with Microlocs, especially when they are not mature yet, is that you need to braid and band. But in my 7 months of having Microlocs, I haven't. Crazy, right? So if you want to find out why I don't have to braid and band anymore, or you just want to spend some time with me, nothing wrong with that, right? Just keep on watching. Now, before I tell you what I did, I should warn you that this is what worked for me because I had to take certain risks so that I don't spend as much time on my locks because I installed them myself, I'm maintaining them myself, and that takes a lot of time. Before I got locks, persons were saying, you know, your hair can't really get locks because of how fine it is, but I really want locks and I was determined. So I went ahead and did them anyway, but the level of unraveling that I experienced, especially in the beginning stages, was unreal. Before I even finished locking the entirety of my head, because it took me 6 weeks, the back ones were unraveling. So I decided to sew my locks, the ends, so that they don't unravel. I could not spend the time to repair them. I sought advice, of course, and I was advised that it might harm the maturing of your locks, and because locks basically lock up from the ends to the roots, it might make my hair not lock properly. No, that's a risk I was willing to take because my hair was unraveling at a ridiculous rate. Because my hair is so fine and it does not look that way, but my strands are really fine. And so whatever style I did, even if it was before Microlocs, they would just unravel really quickly, get really frizzy, get really fuzzy. So those things I took into consideration. But I said, you know what? I'm making this informed decision and know what the risks are. Now, I should warn you that before anybody considers anything like this, seek advice. I shared it with you because I thought it was something interesting and I just wanted you to know what worked for me. But this might not work for you. So please make sure if you do this, you do so at your own risk and with all the information and research that you could possibly have. I used a regular thread for sewing, not the ones that you would use to sew wefts. I didn't want it to add like any bulk to my locks, so I used the regular sized thread. And I just made a tiny knot at the end. I didn't always do that part, but I made a tiny knot at the end and sew the locks through and through about 1 inch, and then that will basically keep the lock in place. Now, even with me sewing the ends of my locks, they still unravel, even to this day. So it didn't eliminate the unraveling, but it cut it down by about 90%. So when I go to do my retightenings, I don't have a lot of locks to repair because they're not unraveling, but there is the one odd one, especially around the perimeter of my hair, that would come undone and I have to just reinforce it with some thread. Before sewing my locks, wash day was a chore. I absolutely detested braiding and banding. And it was just difficult for me to get to all the roots of my hair because my hair was so short at the time. It was like half this length, literally half this length. So for washing my hair, I use the clarifying shampoo. I use the VO5 clarifying shampoo, and that just makes sure all the dust and products are removed from your hair, because I use edge control and gel at the front of my hair, so that removes all of that buildup and so on, so that your locks are fresh and clean. When I'm finished, I just pat dry it with a towel and let it air dry as I go about my day. All right, so for me, the benefits of sewing my locks was that no problems with wash days. I don't have to braid and band. I don't have to worry about unraveling. For my first retightening after I did my locks, it was basically like doing my locks all over again, because there were so many of them that came undone. It was ridiculous. So that's why I had to do something that drastic. But you know, I don't regret my decision. So far, I'm not seeing any undue effects on the locks. Everything seems to be going as planned. They're budding, they're doing all the things that my research says that they would do at the normal time. I'm at the 7-month mark now, so I'm pretty excited to see what my locks are gonna look like after 1 year. I cannot wait. Sewing the ends hasn't done anything detrimental to them, but I just had to take that risk because, trust me, I didn't want to put so much time into installing the locks and then, you know, basically have to do them all over again each time, especially the ones around my hairline. If I was going to a loctician, sewing my ends, I wouldn't really consider it. But because I'm doing them myself, time was a consideration, frustration. I just saved myself all of that and just went ahead and sewed them. Remember, if you're gonna do something as drastic as this, please make sure you seek advice so you can make an informed decision. I went ahead and I made sure I was, aware of all the risks that I was taking by sewing my locks. And I said, you know what? This is a risk I'm willing to take. So, what are some things that you do to make sure that your locks don't unravel? And locticians, give it to me straight. Have I damaged my locks? Let me know in the comments. Now, next week's video is going to be a really good one. So make sure you're subscribed and that you turn on those notifications so that you don't miss the video. Now, all my socials are listed below, but just a shameless plug, please make sure that you follow me on Instagram at CarryOnLock, on Twitter at Carrybellum, and my makeup page at Carrybellum as well. Now, it's a pandemic out there. Please make sure you sanitize, social distance, and keep wearing those masks. Until next time, bye. Another truck, another bike. Somebody decided to mow their lawn, all while I'm recording.